Hello, this has been Wyatt. In this video presentation, we'll learn how to use the PowerPoint add-in within Camtasia to flip your classroom. As you can see, I currently have PowerPoint open. Within PowerPoint, whenever you install Camtasia, and if you're kind of curious as far as what the Camtasia interface looks like, feel free to download Camtasia. You can download it for free. Basically, you get a full version for a 30-day trial. So basically, that's one way I would suggest as far as if you're thinking about flipping your classroom, just go ahead and download Camtasia, PC or Mac, so you can get a better sense as far as how the Camtasia interface works, as well as some ideas to flip your classroom. So I've got the PowerPoint already developed, and that's probably the first step on your end, is to develop the PowerPoint presentation. The PowerPoint presentation would have images, graphics, and even animations, because using this add-in within Camtasia, whenever you're bringing in certain concepts, as you're talking about it, you can bring it in as you would if you're presenting it in a live classroom. So not only do the students hear what you're saying, but the concepts are coming in at the same time. So it's a pretty nice feature within Camtasia. So I've got PowerPoint open, and once you click on the add-in up top, you have the option to come over here left hand side just to click on the record button. So once I click on the record button, the PowerPoint presentation opens, and down below I can see that my microphone is currently getting picked up. It's more or less kind of clipping to the red, so I think my microphone's a little high, so I'm just going to click on this square right here and kind of pull it back a little, because I don't want that going to all the way to the end all the time. So I want pretty much everything to be green or yellow. So I'm going to bring it down to right there, and that should be good, and that way it's not going all the way to the right every time I say a particular word. So once that's set up, I click to begin recording, and now it's recording my particular screen. So you can go ahead and add a webcam or audio narration of this particular PowerPoint presentation, which once again the students would view prior to coming to class. They can not only view it once, they could view it as many times as they want. So before class, after class, if they kind of want to revisit some of the concepts that they heard in class, they could do that, or some of the concepts that you might have explained more in depth, they can also revisit those via the lecture presentation. So if I click the arrow key pointing to the right on my keyboard, that will move me through the lecture presentation or the PowerPoint presentation, so I can continue explaining the big picture as far as, for this particular example, the best practices whenever you're flipping your classroom. Once again, the very slick feature is those concepts and images come in right when I'm talking about it. So I have that control within this particular PowerPoint presentation when I'm using the Camtasia add-in to add an audio or webcam narration to that PowerPoint presentation. So let me go ahead and navigate all the way through the slide. And if you're a faculty member, you would be explaining these various concepts, pictures, or what you want the students to have a better sense prior to coming to class. So go ahead and keep on navigate through this particular PowerPoint till I get to the end. And I believe that is the last presentation, so I'm ready to stop my recording. So what I'll do is just hit on escape on my keyboard, and that will bring up this particular pop-up. Yes, I want to stop recording. And once again, kind of like in the first lecture presentation video tutorial, it's very important to create a new folder on your desktop And basically this is where the presentation will be saved once I publish it from Camtasia. So I'm going to go ahead and select that particular folder. And then it saves as the file is a Camtasia recording file, and that's what you want. This is the default setting. That way, 4 months down the road, you can come back and edit this particular presentation if you wish. So I'll go and click on Save. So it's saved. And now Camtasia asks you, what do you want to do? Do you want to produce your recording? You can have that option, but basically what that does is you can't make any edits and it automatically generates that finished product. For this demo, I'm just going to leave that box or circle checked, edit your recording. And basically once I click on OK, the Camtasia interface will load. And as you can see, I've downloaded the 30-day trial. Basically, every day it will take off a day, but you got 30 days to try Camtasia Studio, and that's something I really highly recommend. And that way, prior to purchasing it, you can kind of see, okay, is this going to work for me? If yes, then it's a pretty affordable priced program. If not, then there's other alternatives to use as well. So I'll go and click on Finish, and basically the Camtasia interface will load. And the first thing that it wants me to do is choose the particular dimensions of this particular video. I like doing things in high def, so I'm just going to do, since I eventually will upload this to YouTube, I'm just going to choose the YouTube Screencast 16.9 version. And then go and click on OK. So I've got my presentation. Down here, track 2, that's all my audio. You can see the audio waves going up and down, which looks great. So basically, you can come in here and edit this information if you wanted to. But basically, I'm ready to publish this particular presentation. So what I'll do is come up here, click on Produce and Share. I have the option to choose the type of video player, and I'm going to do share to YouTube, and that way it gives me the 1280 by 720, which is what I want. Go and click Next. Basically what that's saying is it's if I have quizzes and integrated into this particular presentation, it won't be supported by YouTube, which is totally fine with me. I'll click on OK. Once again, it prompts me to enter my YouTube username and password. So I'm just going to type in that. And if you have a Gmail account, that's basically all YouTube information that you need, since YouTube and Gmail are pretty much under the same company umbrella. Click Next. I'm going to name it Flipping with Camtasia Part 2. I'm just going to call How To Video. Tags, flipping. Category will be Education. I want to keep it public, and that way I can get the embed code and embed it within the LMS system that I currently use at my school or any other school. Go and click on Finish. Basically, it's rendering the video right now. Depending on how long that video is, depends on how long the render process takes. Now, if it's a 30-minute video, it might take some time. This video is probably about 5 to 7 minutes, which should be a rather quick process. Whenever this is working on your personal computer, I highly recommend just letting the computer do the work for you. Basically, you don't want to be surfing the internet opening up other programs, because it makes the rendering process that much longer. So it's very important just to let the computer or the program work and render this particular video, and basically once the video is rendered, it will be a nice presentation that the students will view prior to coming to class, and hopefully will help them understand some of the more complex concepts that you're talking about in your face-to-face or online course. Kind of like what I mentioned before, while this is rendering some best practices, I would once again recommend using a script, and that way you have some type of guideline to follow whenever you're adding this type of audio narration to your PowerPoint presentation. And as you can see, it says step 202, it's uploading to YouTube. So basically it's automatically uploading to YouTube at the same time as rendering the particular video. YouTube should automatically open up. Looks like that's going on. That's what you'll see. It takes YouTube probably between 2 and 5 minutes, once again depending on how long that lecture presentation is, to render the video. So if I come over here, click on that arrow pointing down, click on Video Manager, we'll have a better insight as far as what's going on with this particular presentation. So you can see it's currently processing the video, and here in about 5 minutes the video will be processed, and basically that's where we'll pick up step 3 within these video presentations. So once again, if you have any questions, issues, or concerns on how to use the PowerPoint add-in within Camtasia, please feel free to reach out to me. But it's a very user-friendly tool that not only you will enjoy using, but I believe your students will enjoy viewing the finished product. Thank you.